Never Have I Ever just wrapped its fourth season on Netflix. And this is a show you want to watch. Stick around for the review and be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like it and to subscribe and get more videos from me. Netflix's series Never Have I Ever was a fantastic series for high schoolers. I just think, a lot of the shows that we see nowadays, just in some ways, it seems like it's young adult content designed for adults. Never Have I Ever really does seem like it's designed for teens, talking about teen issues, talking about teen problems, getting into crazy fixes, and, getting into all that mad trouble that we all got into in our teen years. And Never Have I Ever is a really fun show. It's really fun. It follows kind of the 4-year high school experience of Davy, who loses her father in the first season, early on in the first season. And so I know that's kind of a spoiler, but it kind of sets the entire series up of what it's like for Davy to go through this experience without her father, who really was the instrumental person in her life. She, of course, is close with her mom, but it was really her dad that she had the tightest bond with. And her dad, who's in the series, his name is Mohan, played by Sendhil Ramamurthy. And I love him. He's in a lot of shows. When you see him, you're going to recognize him. Super talented guy. And they just have this really wonderful chemistry that kind of kicks off the first season together. And then it just gets carried through. And Davy is just a really special character. She's crazy and nutty and wonderful. And she and her two friends, Eleanor and Fabiola, get into some, I don't know, just some wild fun as they explore growing up, sexuality, getting into college, or trying out for sports, or being on the robotics team, or what it's like to get in a fight with your best friend and how do you repair that. The funny thing about this series that totally took me off guard was that it has a narrator, and the narrator is John McEnroe. And when I first heard his voice, I'm like, sounds like John McEnroe. What the heck is going on here? But as you watch the series, he just is such a perfect fit for being the narrator and kind of rooting for Davy, over the 4 years of this series. And it's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. You also get the great family dynamic of, when her father Mohan passes away, that leaves Davy and her mom, and her cousin Kamala comes and stays with them. And then along the way, her grandmother comes as well, her grandmother Nirmala. And you get this really fabulous family dynamic of all the women in the family in the house. And for those of us who grew up in a family without a dad, it just really felt authentic. Just a wonderful show. Great coming of age. You get all of the good stuff, you get all of the bad stuff. It addresses things like drinking and drugs and driving and bullying, all of the things that a kid goes through growing up. Really, they are in this show, and they're handled in such smart, rational, and sometimes quite funny ways. One of the things that I really loved is that throughout the show, you also see Davy going to see her therapist, Dr. Ryan. Dr. Ryan is almost like the straight man in this series, where she's kind of that outside voice of reason, and yet you can hear she's a fantastic actress, and you can hear in her voice as she's like expressing a moment of like confusion or holding back judgment, you can see what she's thinking on her face. And as an adult watching the show, you're like, ooh, I totally get what she's saying. And I totally appreciate why she's holding back. And then you see Davey's responses to her, and they make so much sense. It's just a top-notch show. If you have Netflix and you haven't started watching this show, it is also a great family show. Watch it with your kids. Um, you know, it might lead to some really interesting, perhaps some awkward discussions, but you know, all that is part and parcel for growing up and raising a family in this day and age. I can't honestly think of a better, smarter, sweeter, savvier TV series for a teenage audience to watch. So, you haven't watched it, go watch it. Never Have I Ever is just a clever show, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. I know I did. So, go see it and spread the word. Share this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe and get more videos from me as I kind of go through some of these new shows that are coming out, because I feel like it's TV season and all the new shows are starting to make an appearance. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I will see you later. All right, bye-bye.